Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Support Minutes. I'm your host, Andre Lindy, and today we're going to talk about a topic I think some people have heard about a lot, but maybe never even thought about. And so today's topic is, why is internal internships important? So everyone knows external internships. That's usually college students going to a company for the summer and getting a job, right? But why don't we ever focus on internal internships? So let's talk about that for a second. So the way I view an internal internship is that's when you have someone on your team, in my case support, and they want to start learning the processes for a new team. Maybe they want to go to solutions architects, maybe they want to go to engineering. Why don't we ever have a program like that where it allows people to kind of try it before you buy it, right? So this is, I think, important for a couple reasons. So why is it important? Well, one, it's a way that we're going to retain top talent. Two, we're going to create synergy between our teams. So let's think about this in a different way. You have a top performer on your team. They are someone who is crushing. They're doing everything they can, but then they start to feel like they're stagnating a little bit. It feels like maybe they're not enjoying the job the way they like to do it in the past. So what can we do for them? Well, through our one-on-ones, we're going to find out maybe they have an interest in engineering. So here's what we can do. We can go to the engineering manager and say, hey, this person is curious about your team. How can we get them over there? Then what the engineering manager can do and say, okay, here's their skills. I see that they are lacking in these key areas. Let's have them take maybe a couple courses on Udemy or an extension course so they can start to get their level better. Next, we are going to have that person join our engineering calls. We're going to have them join our stand-ups. Once we have their skills to where we think they might be at least relevant, next what we're going to do is we're going to start involving them in our sprints. We're going to give them maybe some low-hanging fruit tasks so they can understand the workflow, how everything goes. And let's say we're going to have this go for maybe 3 to 4 months. At the end of that time, they have to do a final report or something along those lines. They have to do what they learned. But the key importance here is now this person who has done this internal internship has learned skills. They've made new connections. They know people on the team. They probably even know how to escalate things better. The other key point here is that when an opening comes up and the manager says, geez, who do I want on my team now? They're going to think to this person who's actually already done the work. They've worked on the team, they've created processes or they've improved processes, but most importantly, they're still within the company. So why is this important? Well, since they're still within the company, now you don't have to pay recruiting costs. You don't have the maybe 4 to 6 months or even more build-up time to get the person ramped up and ready. They can come over to that new team and be ready on day one. So that's why these internal internships are really important, because you're going to save tons of money on recruiting. You already know the person is a culture fit, and you know that they actually want to do the job and can do the job. So those are the key things, I think, why we need to focus more on our internal internships for our companies. So I know this wasn't really support related, but it's still about how can we support the companies as a whole. And that's why I always say, support isn't just a job, but support is a mindset. Talk to you all later.